Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Your Morning Drive. I am Logan. Thank you for tuning in today. Let's go ahead and get rolling. We're recording today's show from the new home of Your Morning Drive, which is 216 Co-working, which is located in downtown Cartersville. 216 offers private offices, team suites, and meeting rooms built for professionals, remote workers, and growing teams. With 24/7 access, high-speed internet, furnished spaces, and a polished business-ready environment, it's a strong option for anyone working across Bartow and beyond. Whether you need a dedicated office or flexible workspace near 75, 216 Co-working has you covered. To learn more, visit their website, book a tour, and join us at 216. Before we dive in and really get going, wherever you're listening right now, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you. I love you. Go to Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're listening to this conversation right now, hit follow so that when new episodes come out every week, you can hear it. We are putting out absolute heaters, y'all, this summer. So please subscribe and listen, follow along, because we're having some awesome people in here to talk about what they do and who they are. So I would hate for you to miss one of the bangers. Of course, follow along additionally on social media, Your Morning Drive, every platform you follow, any of your influencers and best friends and your parents. Follow me too. Everything is at Your Morning Drive. Guys, my guest today is a seasoned leader whose career spans law, construction, and now entrepreneurship. Born in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and raised between Miami and Marietta, Georgia, he built an early foundation working in law firms and even spent time as a bounty hunter during college. After college, he launched a successful career into the concrete products industry, quickly rising into leadership roles with one of the largest companies in North America. Built a successful career in the concrete products industry, rising into leadership roles, serving on boards across the country, and eventually becoming president of U.S. Formliner. He later led both the Georgia and Carolinas PCI and PCI Foundation, helping shape the future of construction education. In 2025, he launched Zixpy Tours, an experiential travel company. Today, he lives in White, Georgia with his wife and their 3 dogs. Please welcome my friend, Ray Clark.
Yo, 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 yo.
What up, man?
What up, man?
Dude, such a long time coming. You are one of the few exceptions, Ray, in that, like, when I meet people and I want to have them on the podcast, I avoid them at all costs
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I
me
don't want to
too.
know anything about them.
No, yeah. I felt the same way about you.
Right off the rip, we're off to a good start. Also, cheers. Thank
Yeah,
you.
cheers.
Thanks
Yeah.
for bringing the
So
drink.
sorry for my gum. I'm a conservative. Well, conservationalist.
There you go.
Conservative conservationalist. So therefore, I reserve my gum for later.
You did not swallow the gum.
Did not. Or spit it out.
No.
Cheers.
Ooh, goodness.
Smoothness, eh?
Good Lord.
Yeah.
You said it tastes like bubble gum, and I do not disagree with you.
Yeah, right?
God, it's good.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's scary.
It is a little scary.
Yeah, that's why we're going to have one drink.
That's a problem. But
Brockmans, Brockm. They're not advertiser, but they'll never hear this anyways.
if somebody over there hears this, please send us a care
Brockmans
package.
out of England. Yes, please do.
Me and Ray will become influencers if you send us.
And brand ambassadors.
Yes.
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 100%.
Yeah.
All right. So enough of the lip.
Always game for brand ambassadorships.
100%.
Because there's companies out there, Ray, that are just willing to pay.
They are.
Which is crazy.
Yes.
Because I didn't realize it until the last few years, until I got real serious about all this stuff, that there's companies out there that just got marketing budgets out the wazoo and they're just ready to pay for people to talk about their shit.
You're right. So my first experience of that, I used to travel a lot, all overseas, almost 52 weeks a year. And so I got tired of the question where people would ask me, so what do you do? So I came up with, I was a condom salesperson.
Nice.
Yeah. And until Trojan reached out
Okay.
and said they would offer me a brand ambassadorship.
Like, actually, this happened?
No.
I was about to be like, whoa, you didn't mention that in the intro. Okay.
I like to keep things, I hold things back.
So you made stuff up as you go every once in a while because
No,
you're
no.
tired of answering the same question?
I don't like to lie, so I'm not a liar. So that was a lie and a lie inside of a lie.
Well, maybe I lie a little bit because when I worked at a grocery store in college, dude, I was there on my feet for like 12 hours a day. And I got so bored one summer. I was like, you know what? Every customer that comes through, or maybe every other customer, because the person behind them would hear, obviously, probably what I was telling the person that I was ringing up. But I was like, I'm going to start telling people a different story every single time they come through. That's total bullshit. Just see if they buy it. Like this one guy came through and I was like, yeah, I'm an Australian exchange student. I did the Australian accent and like really nailed it. And this dude was like, no way. We actually got an Australian living with us right now. And I was like, oh, shit. So I just tried my best. At the end, he was like, "How long are you in town for?" I was like, "Oh, actually," and I switched back to my regular voice. I was like, "Oh, actually, I just made all that up." He was like, "Dude, does that work at the bars?" And I was like, "Dude, no, no, it does not." He was
Mm,
like, "Dang," because
dang.
my Australian buddy, it works.
That's not how you met your wife?
No,
Oh,
no, did not do the Australian accent at a
in
bar.
at a bar.
No, I met my wife in the what do you say, the Gen Z
Emergency
way, and
room?
met her on a dating app.
Oh, dating app, okay.
Over COVID when everyone
Grinder
was
or
lonely.
Grinder?
Yes,
I mean, Tender. They sound similar.
they do. They're spelled the same,
They are,
except with a G
correct,
and a T.
and a R,
Yeah, but they both do the same thing where there's no ER, it's just R at the
correct.
end.
Yeah,
Grinder. Shouts
right.
to the Grinder people out there.
Oh,
Grinder, if they
hell
wanna pay,
what a hell of an introduction.
I'll take a check from Grinder. I don't
So would I.
well, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll take a check from Grinder though, or Trojan, or anybody really who wants to advertise their brand on a local celebrity podcast.
We should probably change subjects.
Maybe we should, but
Yeah,
you know what? I'm having a good time already. This is
yeah,
great.
yeah.
This drink is great.
I know we might have to press pause in about 35 minutes to, refresh, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
Um, dude, Ray, so we met originally, was it Big Door networking night?
Yeah, like officially Big Door, yeah.
Oh yeah, because we
Yeah.
had, I think
We'd
I
seen each
added you
other
on
in passing.
Facebook.
We'd admired each other in passing.
Yeah, absolutely. It
You
was
looked
so
my
odd.
way, I looked your way.
Yep. There was always like a nod, but
Yeah,
never a conversation because either I was
like a
tied up.
curious extension.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But then eventually it was like, okay, I'm in the same room as him. There's not many people in here, so I'm gonna go.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
And then
I heard music.
I don't even think that actually happened. I think Rich Brock introduced us.
See, it's a deflator. We could have heard Chariots of Fire in the background. Let's just go with that.
Okay, that's fine. We can cut Rich out of it. He doesn't need to be part of our origin story, right? He's a part of too many of my stories. Shout out Rich Brock if he hears this. He
Yeah,
won't.
Rich.
Rich, if you hear this, send me a pineapple emoji. Oh, not a
Right.
pineapple. No,
No, no, no,
no,
no,
not
no.
that one.
See, you're giving a bad yeah.
See, it's not off to a good start here, Ray.
All right.
Send me a send me the Eastern Island head emoji. How do I know that that is one? Because I have a friend that's obsessed with just sending like the Eastern Island head emoji by itself.
Is
Just
that
no
an
con.
emoji?
Yeah, they got one.
Really? Like on Apple
Mm.
iPhone? I haven't made it that far across the emoji list.
Well, you know what's crazy is every single time I see like the Apple updates come out, they're like, and 40 new emojis. And I'm like,
Ooh.
great, I use the same 7.
Yeah. I don't see that when I get the annunciation or I'm sorry, the announce for the upgrade. It doesn't say extension of emojis.
Yeah, they keep adding it. They add at least 5 to 10 each time they
Huh.
update the software. Just people keep asking for them.
Are there like morning drive emojis?
You know what? We're close, actually,
Really?
because you can do these things called stickers. Have you done a sticker before, Ray?
I have
I
not.
feel like I'm teaching my parents about
Yes, you are.
about
Because I'm what, 20 something years older than you are?
I don't know.
I don't look it, but
I'm
I
30.
am. I'm 53. Had to be 54.
Look at that. What
Yeah.
day?
May 17.
Hell yeah.
Taurus. That says a whole lot about what's about to happen.
Yeah, very. That's really good, but good God, I don't drink straight liquor that
No, it's
often.
not straight. It's mixed with tonic.
Yeah, you're right. It's basically straight. For someone who like me who is
A bit of a lightweight?
I was gonna say a bit of a bitch, but sure.
No, lightweight's a better word. But you got time.
So I've got this little sticker.
How's
So
a
you
light-
can essentially this is the weirdness of technology. We're gonna do a live demo, and Apple is not paying me, but again, if they want to, we can do it. Here is a picture.
Are we supposed to be looking that way or this way?
You can look straight at me. I never look at that thing.
Never.
Never.
So who looks at us? So if we're not looking at that, then they're just looking at a side view of us.
Kind of.
Hmm.
That's why I got the chairs angled the way I do.
Am I better this way? Like everybody else you've had on, I've looked at like Cindy, everybody else you've had on here. Everybody's side view is good. My side view is not very good.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So here's a picture
Change of
of
furniture.
my sister's dog.
Okay.
If you hold your finger down on said dog,
Yep.
my phone has recognized
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
that this is its own thing, and you can make
Yeah.
those emojis.
Yeah.
So I
Really?
did that
So
with your morning drives logo.
I've seen that accidentally pressing my senior citizen phone, my thumb on my phone. Says you referred to me as not quite.
I said parent.
It's like touching my parent. "Oh, we are 20. Yeah, you could be my son." The
Yep.
math works. Anyway, so I've seen that happen on my phone, but I didn't know what it was.
Yep.
So I didn't really so
That is a sticker. And you
thank
can
you.
add a bunch of those to your sticker library.
So now I owe you money for that lesson.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Put it on my tab.
So yeah, there was that live demo of stickers. Where were we?
I think we're trying to get this thing started.
We were. So to bring some order into it, Ray, before we talk about everything that you're doing now, I mean, I don't want you to go too deep into it because I want to break things down as we go along. But kind of where you, I mean, I mentioned you're from Florida originally, so kind of give me a little bit of your origin story. Born in Florida, siblings, parents. Were you cool in high school? Were you invited to
Mm.
the parties? Were you an athlete? Kind of give me the little origin story.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of no's in that statement that I'm gonna have to give. So, the first thing I remember is the curtains arose, and I was born to this world. Yeah, Fort Walton Beach. So, my dad was stationed in the Air Force. He was, stationed there and at not at Hurlburt, yeah, Hurlburt Field, and, but he had served some time over in when the big hurricane came through Camille over Biloxi. He was at Keesler Air Force Base, but that was before my time, so it doesn't matter. He got out, right after I was born. Back then, they could let you out, after you gave your birth to your first child, I guess. So then we moved back to Miami, where all my family was from, all my peeps, and, we lived in Hialeah, which is funny now because when I go back to Miami now and I get in a cab or a taxi, and it's usually a Spanish driver, which I love. I love Spanish people, and they look at me and they go, "Where are you from?" And in broken English, and I say, originally, Hialeah. And they do a double take because now Hialeah is all Cuban,
Really?
100% all Cuban. So we left in 1979. My I remember my dad coming home that day. This is back you gotta understand, this is back in the cocaine, cowboy days. This
Oh
is
yeah.
when there's a documentary out now, and I forget her name, but she ran the biggest cartel in Miami at the time in the late '70s. And that day, when my dad came home and said we were well, I'll tell you that, the cartel had shot up some people at Dayland Mall, which is not too far from where we lived, in Hialeah. So my dad was working for the city of Coral Gables. He came home that day and said, "We're moving." And I remember that. I remember this vividly. I was 7 years old, and I was pretending like it rained because, like, it never rained in Miami, and it always rained at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyways, he came home at 5 o'clock. I was spraying the hose up in the air, so when he came home and magically it seemed like it rained. I don't know why I did that, but I remember him my dad was always very, very, very serious, very that's where I get my seriousness from. He got out of the truck and he said, "We're moving." And I said, "What do you mean we're moving?" And, he said, "We're going to Atlanta." His oldest brother had just moved about 6 months before that because of all the crime, and,
Out of that area in
yeah,
Florida
Miami, yeah.
to Atlanta?
Opelika, which is not too far from
Yeah.
Hialeah. These are all just suburbs of Miami, but the cocaine, all this stuff had just gotten Miami had just changed, and, so, yeah, we moved, and, we sold the house and moved, like, within 2 weeks, and, we didn't know anybody except my cousin and, my uncle, my aunt, of course, Emerita, and so, yeah, that was in 1979. We went back 3 years later, I think, and, got the rest of my family. So, my dad's dad, my dad's mom, my grandparents, the rest of his sisters and brothers, we got out. And, I remember the U-Hauls were gold. We had 3 U-Hauls. We moved 2 houses and 3 U-Hauls, and we put on the side of the, U-Hauls, "We're the last American to leave Miami. Please bring an American flag." It was that bad, and, but today so I don't that was then, this is now. We love the Spanish people, we love the Cubans, but it got weird. The cartels is what changed things. The Colombian cartels is what changed things in Miami. So
Is it still like the cocaine capital of
no,
the
no, it's not.
No?
People say it is, but it's really not. It's
Heard
yeah.
that about Phoenix. Heard Phoenix is a
Really?
huge cocaine city.
Really?
Heard that, yeah.
I've not heard that.
I don't know, I heard a comedian talk about it on a podcast, so it must be true.
Anything you anything you hear on a podcast is absolutely true, by the way.
Yeah, so everything that is
Here,
said here today
100% true.
is 100%
I
true.
haven't lied yet.
No, you haven't.
Not yet. It's coming next.
It will. Okay. You guys
Oh,
went
so
back
yeah,
and
so
you
let's just
took the
fat
whole
let
family out, though.
yeah, I'm gonna talk
Was it
about
their choice? Or you just say, "Hey, you guys gotta get out of
No,
there."
they wanted to get out.
Okay.
Yeah, it got really bad.
And everyone came here to Atlanta.
To yeah, Marietta,
Okay.
and, Marietta, Powder Springs area. But then it got so you asked me about school, so I'll make this brief. So elementary I spent the last parts of elementary school here at Hickory Hills Elementary, shout out Marietta, Georgia, Marietta Junior High School, Marietta High School, the original one off of Whitlock Avenue, where the new Marietta Junior High School is. And, so I was a nerd. Yeah, I became a nerd.
Really?
I joined the band. I started playing trumpet in at Hickory Hills Elementary School in 4th grade when I moved from Miami, and, I played the trumpet all the way through junior high school. I quit my junior year of high school because I got tired of being called a band nerd,
Wow.
and so I
You gave
played
into
s
the social pressure.
Yeah, I did. I became a squad leader. I went for drum major, but I became a squad leader. So I gave under, yeah, peer pressure. All my best buds, they quit a band. They didn't want to be band nerds anymore. So my senior year, I played soccer and just was not a band nerd.
I'm wildly surprised that you were a band nerd.
Totally,
You
man.
don't give me nerd vibes.
Really,
Not at all.
100%.
Not at all.
And I kind of miss it.
You give me, like, "You're not cool enough to sit with us at this lunch table"
I
vibes.
could not be more the opposite of that.
Wow, that's
Yeah, I could
crazy.
not be the more. I'm still am a nerd. I'm not. This gets dark really quick. Anyways, I was not socially accepted in high school. I was the nerd that everybody liked to have the nerd.
Real quick, guys, I want to talk about the team that makes your morning drive possible. Hammerhead Creations is my marketing company right here in Cartersville, Georgia. And honestly, it's built for businesses exactly like yours. If you're a small business owner who knows you need to be showing up online, but just don't have the time, or you don't want to hire a full time employee to handle it, that's where we come in. We're talking websites, social media management, email marketing, and yes, podcasts. Whatever it takes to keep your brand visible and moving forward. We've worked with businesses all across Georgia and beyond, and I'd love to see what we can do for you. So go to hammerheadcreations.com to learn more, or shoot me an email at logan@hammerheadcreations.com. Let's get to work so that you too can swim with the big sharks.
I worked at the Democratic National Convention, was here in '88. I wore a suit to high school my last 2 years. I worked for a law firm. Yeah, I was a nerd,
Yeah, you were the guy
but
that
I
were like,
embraced it.
"Why is Ray wearing that damn
But
suit?"
but I was the nerd that the cool people embrace, if that sounds weird. Yeah.
Yeah, you got along with everybody. Like, you were a nerd, but, like,
Wow.
people were still like,
Hmm.
"Ray, you're a nerd, but you're also kinda cool."
Nobody's ever said that.
I just did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I was kinda
Hmm.
similar. I never did band. All of my friends actually did band. Yeah,
I'll
it's
be
okay, the
back.
condensation. You can leave your cup on that table. It's,
Marks.
Wally World. Wally World. Uh,
It's
my
still
parents call
it's
it.
still $26.
Yeah, it might have been around $26. That might be right. Yeah, similarly, cool enough that they could, like, make small talk with me in class and in the halls, but not cool enough to get invited to the parties.
Right,
Did
exactly.
not get invited to the parties.
Yeah.
Until one day I was like, "I'm gonna throw my own party." And then I did, and that's why I think I like entertaining to this day.
You know what? I did too. I forgot about that. I did too, and I got busted because my sister busted me.
No.
Yeah, I have 2 younger sisters,
Younger sisters.
and I was the one that did everything wrong. Like, I drank, I did a whole lot of stuff
Yeah.
that we won't mention. So, yeah, I threw a party just like yeah, and I got my sister busted me.
Dang, what a narc.
Yeah.
Is she still a narc? You think she'll hear this?
Sh yeah, I'll send it to her. Uh, she probably would not be, but she's a nurse, so probably she would be.
Yeah, maybe she's a narc, I don't know. I feel like my younger 2 siblings would not have narked on me, but they would have been, like, dropping, like, hints,
So
like
you're the oldest too?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, oldest kid syndrome.
yeah,
Like, had to go to bed at 10 o'clock, but then my siblings, when they were in high school, my
yeah,
parents were like, "Ah, do whatever the hell you want."
yeah.
I was like, "What?" Or my brother, they still put rules on, but then by the time my sister came along, they're like, "Ah,
Oh,
screw
yeah,
it."
yeah, my kid sister was, she was born, let's see, 6 years after my other yeah, so she got away with everything.
Okay, so youngest is 6 years below you?
Yeah, she was born in '79
Okay.
right before we left Miami.
So
Yeah.
so that puts us, and then your the sister below you is how old?
She's a year 18 months I'm sorry, she was born in July of '73, so
Okay, so you 2 are a lot closer in age, like
yes,
a
not close
year
at
and a
all.
half apart. Okay. Yeah, that's similar to me and my siblings. My little sister is about 6, 7 years younger than me,
Okay, yeah, there you
and then
go.
my brother
Yeah.
is, I think, 3 or 4 years younger than me.
So who do you identify most with?
That's tough. It changes over the years
Does it
too.
really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. We go through phases, especially because both of them are fucking crazy. I'm just kidding. They're going through their mid-20s, so they're just kind of
Ah,
exploring it
okay.
right now.
Oh,
Right now, my brother, but, like, a few years ago, it would've been my sister. It's either vibe with or, like, I felt like I saw them where they were instead of trying to be like the big brother.
yeah.
But, like, now I find myself being like the brother, and they don't even come to me with advice anymore because 'cause they're like, "Oh, you're just gonna give us what mom and dad give us." I'm like, "Well, then don't come with me with some dumb shit and don't expect me to, like, give you my opinion."
See, I wanted a brother. I identify most with my kid sister because she's more like me.
Is she?
Yeah. Well, except for the religious part.
Yeah, my brother and
I'm
I,
not
we just kind of,
religious.
like, whenever me and my brother get together again, I'm 30 and he's about to turn 26, and he and I, when we get together, we're 10 again. Like, we're making stupid noises, like,
That's cool
like,
though.
stupid
I
shit
like
like
that
that,
though.
like, being absolute like, if you saw us at, like, a pool hall or something, now, today, we would be morons. You'd be like, "Who are those 2 weirdos in the corner?" It's because when I get around him, my wife always says, Catherine, she's just like, "God, I love it when you and your brother get together, but I also hate it because you guys act like idiots."
Here's my challenge. I'm not close to either one of my sisters.
Okay.
We don't talk.
Not at all.
On a regular basis, no. We only see each other about 3 times a year, and
Was it a
they live right here. They live well, not right here. One lives in Vinings,
okay,
and one lives in, Dallas well, not whatever, Ackworth, whatever. Anyways, not far away.
but
I'm
not like
so
a bad
different.
relationship? You
No,
just don't
no,
talk?
I'm just so different. I am so different. They're all my family is all religious, and I was,
Mhm.
and I'm not so much anymore.
Okay. I felt that way.
That's very controversial, I know.
I felt how you feel when we were in high school, because those 2 are, like, 2 years apart, and those 2 got the athletic gene, and I did not. So those 2 were swimmers, and so they
Mm,
went to practice together, they went to school
okay,
together, they went to high
alright.
school together, they went to parties together, they did everything together. They went to
Mm,
college together, they were both recruited by the same college
wow.
to swim for them. So they both went to school, they both she dated my brother's best friend, ended up getting engaged to that brother's best friend. So, like, they were together all the
Okay,
freaking time,
alright.
and I didn't really realize until maybe the last couple years that I was jealous of that, of
Mm,
like, "Oh, man, those 2 have it like, those 2 are like this." Me and my brother, we have our similarities, and my sister has similarities, but at the time, I was like, "Man, those 2 are like 2 peas in a pod," because all they knew was swimming, and that's all they did was swim all the time, and so, I don't feel like that now, but back then, I feel the same way that you do now, of
mm.
like, I'm so different than they are.
My concern is so my dad died suddenly, whatever, it's been 3 years ago,
I'm sorry.
this coming January? I can't remember. My mom's still alive. It's
Where's she?
my
Local?
I'm sorry?
Local?
Yeah, my
Mom?
mom. Yep, yep. But anyway, so some similarities. It's all good. Like I have no regrets. I just took a different path in life. I'm the rogue of the rogue of the rogue. The rest of my family is straight and narrow. I take every possible left turn you could take because I like experiences.
Experiences, like, from
That sets you up for the
well, it does, but also, like, you like experiences you just like trying new things and doing new things.
yeah, because I think life has a lot to offer, and it's not about religion. It's just life has a lot to give us. And if we don't take advantage of it and try different things, I think we're just missing out. And I feel like my family, for the most part, except maybe for my kid sister, and they just live a sheltered
I hear that.
life, not based around religion. Just
They're comfortable where they're at.
yeah, but I say that I digress. I regret that because both of my sisters have traveled. My parents did not travel as much as I wanted them to. They went to Canada and Mexico, and that was it. Yeah. Big regret, but that's for later.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I hear that. A
uh,
lot of people a lot of people, and sometimes I find me and Catherine find ourselves in that position a lot where we're really, like, cool with where we're at, but also I moved around so much growing up that I'm ready for change like that.
Really?
Like, you could flip my life upside down tomorrow, and I might panic at the beginning of it, but I'd be okay.
Really?
Like, oh, you could
Yeesh.
my dad
Mm,
does general construction, works
that's
for a
right.
large general contractor,
That is
and,
right.
we moved around every 2, 3 years growing up.
Okay.
And so I had to learn how to readjust, new doctors, new
Wow.
friends, had to learn new life every 2, 3 years growing up. So, like, change for me is not a big deal.
I
Change
think
for Catherine is a big deal.
I think that makes you stronger because you have to adapt to
Oh, yeah.
different situations.
I'm like a
Had I
chameleon.
had that, I only moved while I was between elementary school and high school, I moved 2 times from Miami to Georgia.
Yeah.
That's it. So I got comfortable and I
Mhm.
didn't make friends easily. Well, one, because I'm shy. I'm a major introvert. I'm a huge introvert.
Which is so funny to me because I don't see that
Most people
when I
say
see you.
that. Most people say that.
Well, people say the same thing. I'm also a huge introvert. Same
So
reaction, dude.
shocker, yeah.
Same reaction.
I think because we fight it. So
So hard.
we have to overcome it
Oh, yeah.
to be not who we're not, to be the person inside that we want to be.
Yeah.
So it's still real,
Yeah.
right? We're not being somebody we're not. We're just finally getting to play with that kid on the inside to let the kid on the outside go,
Yeah.
right?
But don't get me wrong, after a day of I mentioned that I had someone in here before you, and then I went to some event thing this morning. I wanna get home tonight and not talk to my wife.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna talk to nobody.
I
And
get
she
it.
knows this, she'd hear this and laugh because it's true, like, I get home from stuff like that. She says, "How was your day?" I'm, "Good." "Anything cool?" "Ray."
By the way, I went to that thing today after you did. I got there about 1:10.
Still a crowd.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They gave me a hat 2 days ago
It's
because I
it must be nice to be
a
famous.
local celebrity.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. No, I'm friends with Leslie McMillan,
Hmm.
the woman who behind,
So am I. I thought I
the
was, but
Booth
I didn't get a
Museum.
hat.
Well, she called me the other day because I asked her, sent her a text and I was like, "Hey, what's the deal with this Browning and Berry thing? Like, what is this something I should know about? Like, what's the deal here?" And she was like, "Oh," and she was like, "Do you have 5 minutes? Let me call you." She calls me and she's like, "I'm driving, yada, yada, yada. They're they're this, the girls on the trip, they formed a pact there one of those nights. They said they were gonna start something together, and this is where it led to be." And I was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "Is it like a women's store?" She was like, "Yeah, it's mostly geared towards women, but they have ball caps and, like, beard oils and spices for cooking and stuff that's for men, and they wanna expand the men's section, but it's really it's 95% women oriented." And I was like, "I love a good ball cap. I'm a hat freak. I have probably 40 hats at home, and I wanna
Wow.
keep going." So, I was like, "Oh, do they have any hats? Like, are they cool? Because I'd love to go to their grand opening and, like, wear the hat. Are they open? Are they selling them yet?" And she was like, "I don't think they're, like, officially open, but I'll text Ellen and let her know that someone wants to come by and check out the hats." And so I walked in, and I was the only one in there, and she was like they still had boxes all over the floor, and we're like, "We're just trying to find the right flow for everything." Like, "Yeah, let me see your hats. Leslie told me you guys are good people," and I had never met them before. And, like, we got to talking and just within 5 minutes, like, hit it off real well. Kinda like you and I did when we first started talking, like, we just kind of meshed really well. And she was like, "You know what? I'm gonna give you 2 hats for you to take with you because, like, you stumbling upon in here, just like" she's like, "You just made my day." Like, someone that we didn't even have prior contact with. It's not like you're a longtime friend. Like, I had no idea who you are, but you wanted to come and support. She's like, "That's so cool. Here's 2 hats. Take
So give it a shout out again then.
Browning and Berry."
Yeah, heck
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
And
Or the
I think when you post the Facebook thing, like when you do I saw the one with Cindy the other day. I
yeah,
think you should tag them and Leslie, because I think a lot of Leslie, by the way. So
yeah,
Leslie, if you see this, but tag Leslie. So Leslie McMillan is
she's a fantastic woman.
amazing, dude. She is like she just hooks everybody up. She and unselfishly, she's just the most helpful person ever. So every time I saw her, I saw her today when I stopped by there, and it's always a good time to see Leslie. So let's give a shout out to Leslie and please tag her and
Yeah,
whatever else you do and you send this
yeah.
stuff out.
Yeah, she's
And
fantastic
Browning and Barry.
because I
So
said, I was like she's like, "Oh, I'll text them and see if they could be there when you come by." And I was like, "Oh, Leslie, please." Like, I'm the kinda guy that wants help,
yeah.
but when someone gives it to me, I'm like,
Yes.
"Oh, no, you don't
Yes,
have to go above and beyond."
exactly.
please
Exactly.
don't go above and beyond just for
Thank
me.
you. Thank you, thank you, thank
And she
you.
says, cheers to that.
I
Cheers to
feel
that.
bad. Thank you. Holy
So she says, "Oh no, dude, I make things happen." She said
She
those words.
does.
And I was like, "Okay."
She does.
And then I text her later on and I was like, "Oh my God, these guys are friends of mine now." Like I could see me doing the podcast with them at some point. I was just like,
Yeah.
these ladies are like family. And she was like, "Hey, any friend of mine is a friend of yours. So anytime you need anything, just holler." And
Consider
she's
Leslie
outstanding.
McMillan as a centerpiece of Cartersville.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. She's one of yeah, she's an amazing person.
Yeah.
So I hope she hears this.
If she doesn't hear the
Mad
full
shout out
thing,
to
maybe I'll
Leslie.
cut a clip just of us
Please,
talking about her and
please,
send it to
because
her.
she's amazing.
Yeah, she's outstanding. There's so many people in this town that are like that though.
Right?
Like there's what's really cool and like obviously I'm towards the beginning I feel like of like my adult life even though it feels like I've been in it for 10 years or so. But like Cartersville is just so different than anything I ever pictured like being an adult. Maybe it helps that we're entrepreneurs and so we get around and meet people and do
Yeah.
things, but the business community here is just so awesome.
Yeah.
There's some real rock stars out here.
Yep.
And Leslie is one of them, and there's a few others that are
Caitlin.
stand-up people who
Caitlin.
oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Just on the phone with her before you texted.
Yeah. I mean, we go on and on. I don't want to leave anybody out. So let's not mention names.
Yeah, we'll
It
see
would
a
not
lot
be
of them
fair.
tomorrow.
Huh?
We'll see a lot of them tomorrow if you come through.
Tomorrow. Oh, yes. Sorry.
No, it's
Yes.
okay.
Tomorrow is his ribbon cutting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ribbon cutting.
Yeah,
Yes.
very exciting. Yes, we'll have some Cartersville rock stars out there hopefully tomorrow.
Are you going to have food?
I'm gonna have some great goodies,
Good.
some good desserts at 11:30 in the morning.
Desserts?
Yeah, we're gonna have cake bombs. That's what they're called.
Anything like not sugary?
Hell no.
All right. I'll splurge tomorrow.
You can splurge tomorrow.
I'll
Let
sp-
tomorrow
just for
be your
you, I'll
cheat day.
splurge. Tomorrow's going to be just like a lower body day anyway. So it's kind of a cheat day.
Cookies and bombs, cake bombs.
All right. I'll do
They're
one.
so delicious, Ray. You'll
Cake
love them.
bombs from where?
Local business, not to Cartersville, but in Woodstock, Bomb Babes.
Bomb Babes.
Yep.
Bomb Babes. Like
Bomb
downtown
Babes.
Woodstock?
They have a spot in the I don't know what the formal term for it, but the outlet shops in
Oh, yeah.
in
Yeah.
Woodstock.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got
Right.
their own little kiosk over there by the I think it's by the
Bomb
Croc and the Nike store.
Babes.
They're really good, dude. I
Yeah.
had her on the podcast and she brought me a little sample box of them. Tried them on the air and they were
Sweet.
fantastic.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Oh, they're so
I'll
good.
splurge. For you, I'll splurge.
And then additionally cookies, we got Otto's Bakehouse. Have you met her?
Oh, sounds German, though.
I don't know, but Otto she works for Savoy full time.
Ah,
And on the
okay.
side, she does these cookies and she's real passionate about animal rescue and stuff. So she donates every sale to
Excellent.
helping the animals.
Good.
And her cookies, man, they're like crumble in that they're like high quality, thick, great ingredients. Oh, they're fantastic, Ray.
Yeah.
You'll see. So she's making me a bunch of mini cookies tomorrow.
Cool. Many I can do.
We'll have chocolate
Less
chip and cookies
calories.
and cream.
It's all
Goodness.
relative.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So we've covered nothing.
No, nothing.
That's okay.
You got all the time in the world though, right?
Not really.
Are you doing comedy tonight at Big Door Vineyards
No.
or bingo?
Absolutely. No. Rich is doing bingo.
I think Rich is out of town.
I got trivia tomorrow night. Well,
Yeah.
somebody else is doing bingo then in tonight.
Dang.
I got trivia tomorrow night. You should come out to trivia.
I know I want to, dude. I know I keep telling you to, and I know everyone probably is like, "Oh, I want to," but
Yeah.
I truly want to.
No, I get it.
But and we
You've-
will, and I'll tell you why. Is because summer Catherine is about to come around. Because when school gets out, Catherine's okay to do things that last until 7, 8,
It's
9
okay.
p.m.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but everyone tells you that shit.
No, I don't
And I know how
care.
it feels. Guys, I want to tell you about something really cool happening right here in Cartersville. All In or All Out Ministry is hosting their first annual Mic Drop Masters comedy event on September the 11th out at Georgia Highlands College in Cartersville in their gym. The event is Laughs for a Purpose, and that purpose is real. They're raising money for an incredible cause, and they need your support to hit their goal. Whether you want to grab a ticket, make a donation, or just spread the word, every little bit helps. Head over to givebutter.com/AIAO-mic-drop-masters-2026 to check it out. The link is in the description of the episode so that you can go down, donate, get involved, and it's going to be a ton of fun. We've got 8 great people from around Cartersville going around fundraising, raising money. So if you want to support any of them or donate to the mission overall or sponsor, if you're an organization that wants to get your name out there more, we're going to have a great time at Georgia Highlands on the 11th of September. So come out and support. Link is in the description. And to support AIAO, go to their website, AIAO Ministry. So you went to where for college then? So you came here, went through all
I s
elementary, middle, high
yeah,
school here.
I started at Valdosta State, so I went down there for a semester, honestly, and I joined a fraternity called the Kappa Alpha, and I didn't know that they were the most popular fraternity on campus until I joined. Well, I kinda knew. Who am I lying? Who am I kidding? So I joined that fraternity, and I didn't do so well grade-wise. So my parents were funding my school, and they didn't have a lot of money. So I came home after first semester, fall semester, with a D as in David average. And they weren't too thrilled about that because they were paying for it.
Yep.
No financial aid. So they did not invite me back to go down there. So I said, I guess I'm coming home. And they said yes. And so I moved back home for a couple of months and I re enrolled at Kennesaw State. And that's where I finished out at
Very good. Hooty hoo.
8 years later. Hooty hoo.
Hooty hoo. Also a KSU grad over here.
Awesome.
Barely
Let's go.
cheated my way through college. I'm kidding.
Oh, you didn't.
No, I'm kidding. I shaded about halfway through. No, I'm kidding. I wonder though how today kids are talk about in
Yeah,
your bio
AI
how
and stuff,
you're part
yeah.
of education. I don't know how people aren't using AI for
So,
everything.
I asked that. So, in my recent years, I was, doing some instructing at classes, architecture and engineering classes across the country, literally from all the way California, Arizona, all the way back here. And so I asked the professors that, "What are you doing with AI?" With architecture and engineering, it's a little bit different. You can only AI so much because it's all design based, right? So it was all like the lower courses. So I started asking the professors there, and they had no really good answers, unfortunately. So the universities, and goes all to Ivy League. So I was doing some stuff at UPenn, and which is an Ivy League school, and they didn't have any answers either. And that's a huge endowment. So now they're using AI to combat AI.
Which is fucking hilarious.
Exactly right.
But it feels like a year and a half ago we were not with AI,
Oh,
but it
hell
just came out
no.
of nowhere.
Yeah, it happened
And
fast.
well, I mean, I say that and people are like, "Oh, this is this new technology." It is, but it isn't. We've been using Siri on our iPhones for the
Yeah.
past 10 years. It's been AI the whole time, but they've just never called it
The
AI.
basic AI.
But
Yeah.
ChatGPT came out and then Google was like, "Oh, our search engine is called AI now." And like Apple Siri all of a sudden is AI.
Right.
So it's like it's been around, but it's not been at the capacity that it is now. And like honestly, much to the downfall of these universities and just everyone else, how could they have a solution for it? It just
Mm.
happened. And like there's no way that I mean, so like my wife is right now, she just well, by the time this comes out, she'll be a couple months into it, but she just decided to go back for her doctorate
Hmm.
for education.
Awesome.
Because Cobb County will give you a great bump once you get that
Well,
doctorate.
that'll kinda catapult her to, like, administration level too.
Yeah. And so she told me that her online institution that she's doing it from, they have when you do your master's, you have to do all these like papers
Mhm.
and research projects and all these things, and they run the papers through some system that can tell if it's made with
Yeah.
AI or not. And so, like, as far as I know, that's as far as they've gotten with like. But then again, and like with high school students too, like they could just take a picture of their worksheet and say solve these problems, and
Mhm.
it'll solve them and or show me the work and it'll show you the work, which is insane, but then that's not gonna do them any good on the test. So
No.
it's still the same as, like, Googling the answers.
Right.
Like, you could cheat all day and night, but you show up test day, and
I
now if you're
think
doing online courses, you might be able to skirt through and skate by, but even then, when I took online courses, I took a lot of my tests during this, like, lockdown browser thing, where I had, like, somebody, like, an instructor staring at me like a Zoom call. You know what this is?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they
A proctor.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, and they were like, "Show me the room, show me what's on
Yeah.
your desk,
Oh,
show me your phone in the
yeah.
nightstand drawer, like, show me everything," and I it was crazy.
Listen, dude, I took my first level recently, about as in last month, Wesset, WSET. It's like a sommelier, but in spirits and wine. So it's your first level of 4. And for that first level, I had to do all that, show my room, like, for 10 minutes. That's all I'm doing is, like,
Mhm.
proofing that I can take this test without cheating. So it's a new norm, but I think we're gonna figure it out. To your point, it's a very valid point. You can't take AI right now, you can't take AI in with you in a test, like a written test, unless you cheat and bring your phone in. There's ways to do it, right? So I think it's our own saving grace with continued proctors and written tests until we figure out how we can not override, we can deal with AI in terms of a testing and real environment. But it's here to stay. It's not going away. It's only getting smarter and smarter because we're feeding it. We are feeding with ChatGPT. Unless you turn the thing, about turning the toggle off, right? We're feeding AI every day.
Yeah, and a lot of people come to me a lot because of, like, the whole marketing side of what I do. They're just like, "Are you afraid that AI is get" Not at all.
No,
Not at all, because AI is only as good as the prompts that we give it,
right,
but B, at least from my perspective, and no offense, because I know you do this, Ray, people can tell when images are posted and it's AI. People can
gotcha.
tell. At least I can tell. And I think a lot of people are starting to learn when something
Yes.
is fake because these
Yeah.
online Facebook trends happen every once in a while. And it's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, take me and make me a dinosaur or something." And it's like, "Okay, that clearly that's AI." And so I think people are coming around, like, especially like the website thing. Like, I saw a Super Bowl commercial this year for a thing that Wix is doing with, like, "Oh, we'll give you a website in 90 seconds. Describe what you want, what your business is, and who you are, 90 seconds." And the commercial blew me away. I was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy." Because me, I was like, "I need to get on top of this because I wanna see what this is because this could save me a ton of
Right.
time." So I looked at all the end results and I'm like, "Oh, they're clearly AI
Yeah.
websites." And
Yep.
so I understand that AI is gonna get better and better, but I think we're years and years from it,
I think you're right.
maybe
So
even decades.
I'm glad you said that about me personally, because I started looking back without you saying that. I started looking back. I don't like that look because it looks like everybody else. So I'm going back to organic stuff. So I met with Ray Parker at Big Door Vineyard
Oh,
the
yeah.
other day. I said, "What could we do?" I said, "My business, I'm realizing now, is not resilient. I'm sorry, reliant on Facebook and Instagram. I think we have to do some TikTok stuff." He said, "What do you have in mind?" I said, "We're gonna do videos, but like real videos, like organic, real videos, because I think people are getting tired of AI." So AI went like this in advertising, and I think it's going like this really quick until it corrects itself to be more real. Now, I don't know how AI is gonna be more real in the next, realistically, 2 or 3 years. I'd like to say 7, but 2 or 3 years. It's not real right now, so I love that you picked that out, and challenged me on it at the same time. So I look back at my stuff and go, "Yeah, I don't wanna do that again." So I had to plug some stuff in the other night, like, really quick, 'cause I haven't done any social media stuff, and it's all freaking AI.
I'm loving it.
I don't like it.
Or I'm sorry, I'm looking at it right now.
I don't like it.
I like this one though that you posted the other day. The only thing I would have done is I would have taken the people out in the
Mm.
distance because that
Yeah,
looks like
I
human
know,
hands
I know,
in the corner. I think
I
it looks
know.
great if it weren't for the people in the
It's
background.
terrible. So I wanna be more real. I think AI is gonna rise, fall, rise, fall, rise, fall before it gets to the point where we eventually accept it. Like you said, I think it's a number of years away.
Yeah,
It's got some years to grow.
yeah. Also nice touch. I don't know if you did this by design or not,
No, shit, no.
but in the waterfall, it
Nope.
says Zixpy Tours.
No, I did not do that, but thanks for noticing.
That's
I
hilarious.
didn't know that was there.
That's one thing about AI I will give it is you could tell it to do stuff and it'll do it, but then there's things you don't tell it to do, and it either does stuff that are really cool or
Or
really
really
stupid.
bad, yeah.
And the things that are really cool are nice little touches like that where it's like, "Oh my
Yep.
god, it says Zixpy Tours over there."
But you know what? AI cannot do this right we're doing right now.
No.
Not
Although someone sent me a link the other day and it was like, "Listen to this AI podcast." Or no, they said, "Listen to this podcast. Tell me what you think of it." And I listened about 15 minutes of it. And I was like, "I really like their back and forth." They're like, "Those are robots.
Are
Those
you
aren't humans."
serious? But
Yeah.
the fact you listened for 15 minutes is shocking.
But really, I mean, that shouldn't
8 minutes even. 5 minutes would have been a shocker.
but, like, when I'm in here, like, I put my phone on that little stand there and I just work, and so I just let things play.
Okay, alright.
So, like, it could have been anything, but I was like, it's not bad enough that I wanna turn it off."
Wow.
But also, I think, like, the drive, no pun intended, to listen to a show like this one is that people wanna hear people's stories.
For sure.
And, like, yeah, you could have 2 made up people telling stories, but a lot of the times afterwards, people are gonna go and they're gonna look at Zixpy tours. They're gonna
Yeah.
look at Ray Clark, and they're gonna say, "Okay, maybe I wanna do business with that person." With an AI podcast, that's as far as it goes. You're
Yeah.
not unless you're going so deep to create this AI persona that you have a website that features a bio for an AI person that you're
Nah.
trying to convince people is real.
Yep.
It's people listen to me, people listen to Joe Rogan, they listen to anyone that you wanna think about on the podcast world because they like either the host, the guest, or both.
Yeah.
But, like, with the AI
Right.
thing, it's like, I use AI to help me edit sometimes, but, yeah, the AI, it's weird. I like it, I don't, but, like, I know people that rely on it, and I call him out all the time for it, but, like, our mutual friend, Rich Brock, he uses AI clearly for all of his stand-up
Yeah.
posters and stuff,
Yeah.
and every time he does it, I'm like, "Quit
I
doing this
know.
shit,"
I know.
and he's just like, "Yeah, but I don't have to pay someone." And I'm like, "And that's fine. That's a total," because I've gotten that thing
Mm.
before, is I sat down with someone, and I think we talked about this one time when we met for coffee, but someone said, "Well, why would I hire you for $500 a month when I could hire ChatGPT for 20?" And I was like, "You're just not gonna get that human
Yeah,
touch.
exactly.
That's it."
So I think people are realizing that now. So it does look super fake. And I saw some stuff and I podcasts and different things I sat through and like, oh, okay, that's not looking good. So, anyways,
Believe it or not, though,
I'm pivoting.
believe it or not, and I'm not just saying this because 'cause you're sitting right here with me, believe it or not, yours looks the most realistic because of the business that you have.
I reject a lot of shit.
I'm sure it's a lot
Like
of,
I
like,
go
"No,
through
go
there.
back."
So I use Centera through that
Oh, yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
And so I reject a lot of stuff and I say redo, 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 and it's still not my favorite, so I just reject it. Or I replace a picture. To me, it's a picture. The story doesn't matter. People look at the picture. If they want to read the story, they're going to click on the damn thing. If I don't have the picture right, then it's nobody's going to click on it. But I have a lot of content to show because we had a lot of trips recently, so I can't wait to post that stuff this coming week.
Yeah, the authentic content
The
is what
real
people
stuff. Yep.
that's what people love right
It may
there.
not look, it may not be pretty like that stuff, but it's gonna be real.
But I'll tell you this, Ray, just a little advice that you didn't ask for, is now because of AI in the social media world, we're getting to a place where people don't want overly edited, overly
Right.
filtered
Exactly.
content. So
Exactly.
if you wanted to like, I posted a reel for Kevin today on Facebook, him advertising this fundraiser he's got coming up. And he said, but I said, "Listen, all I'm gonna do to it, I'm not gonna edit it at all. I'm gonna throw your logo on
Mm,
screen, I'm gonna put captions on the screen, and that's it." And he was like, "Cool." Because people want the content that
yeah.
they're watching and the people that they're engaged with to seem real. Oh, look
Yes.
at that from
Why
today.
oh, there he is. But you have to wonder why so the rise and fall of AI humanistic content kind of rose and fall fell, sorry,
Yeah.
fell kinda quick for this edition. Now it's gonna come back stronger, you know it will,
Yep.
but for this edition, we're like, "Nope, nope, we don't like that." Which I find very interesting because we're still rebuking machines, basically robots. I mean,
Yep.
you read all this stuff on Instagram, Facebook. You see these robots. Hell, there was just I saw one this morning where some humanoid, what they're calling a humanoid now, won some marathon in China, and probably one of 300 that day, right?
Really?
So, so the people in China are all upset now. I'm thinking, well, this is y'all created it,
Wow.
so
Yeah, it's gonna get weird here soon.
very
It's
soon.
gonna get very, very weird very, very soon.
All right, we're talking about AI for about 35 minutes. What else we got?
So you go back and you go to school, you finished up at KSU, and while you're in college, this is something that piqued my interest when we met the other day, but you served some time as a bounty hunter. What
Mm.
the hell did you experience? Why the heck did you get into doing that kind of work? Tell me.
Yeah. So while in college, I was working at the courthouse in Cobb County, the state court clerk's office. I was the only male at that time working in the clerk's office. And so I was working like this, what they call the little front desk, where they would come in and ask for continuances or pay their fines, but just a whole varied bunch of different stuff. But the bonding companies would come in and they would see who were showing up with the court dates. So at that time, we didn't have a bunch of computers. We had like microfiche. That's how long ago that was. This was 1993. And so they would, who didn't show up, and that way they would send out people to arrest the people that didn't show up. So I became friends, particularly with one of the bonding companies called A 24-hour bonding company, originally out of Smyrna, the office in Austell. So one day I'd left the office, the courthouse, and I'd gotten in an accident. And ironically, while I was sitting in the hospital, the bonding company had called me and said, "Hey, would you like to do a pickup?" And I said, "Well, what is that?" "It's an arrest." So somebody missed their court date, and they're down in, gosh, what county was that? Just south of the airport. This was nighttime. By the time I got to the hospital, I had no problem, just like not even a slight concussion. Got to the office. They said, "Here's a badge. Here's the paperwork. Go down. She's in this mobile home. Go down and arrest her, and you'll get $350." So I called a friend of mine and said, "Never done this before. Come with me." His name was Steve. I won't tell you his last name, but it's a guy I've known since I was 11 years old. It's a long time ago. So I've come with me. And so we drove down there from Mayra, and this is January. It was cold. And so I went to the mobile home, little tapped to the nothing, had no idea what I was doing. I was all I knew was going to arrest this girl, bring her back to Cobb County Jail, turn her in as my job. So I sit on out the door. This little girl about 8 years old, I think, answered the door. And I said, "Is your mom here?" And she said, "No." And there's about three other little people that came to the door, all younger than her, and one could barely walk. Like he
Wow.
was crawling. So there were four total. And I said, "Do you mind if I come in and check?" I had no idea what I was doing. First time I've ever done this.
They didn't
So
tell you, like, "This is what you can do, this is what you can't do, you
no.
just gotta get this woman
Yeah,
here."
yeah.
Okay, go on.
So I said, "Do you mind if I come in and look?" And she said, "No." This little girl, 8 years old, said, "No." So I go in there. The mom's not there. There's no parent there at all. She's the oldest, eight
So
years
then it
old.
comes a
Yes. And it's cold. I said, "It's cold." It's in January. It was really cold. It was 30 something degrees outside. And their only heat source was the oven. So they had the oven was cranked all the way
no.
up to like broil or 450, whatever it was. And I remember the oven door being open and the little eye element being bright red. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. This is my first time seeing this kind of stuff. And I was mad. I was just super mad at that
Yeah.
point. So I
Mad
left.
because of the situation those
She
kids were in.
left. And so I'm sorry, the oldest girl did eventually say that she left with her boyfriend. I can't remember his name was, Mark, Scott, doesn't matter. Um, do you know where they went? They went to a country bar. So I lived at a country bar. There was one. So I had to get fuel. So I stopped at a gas station between their mobile home and the country bar. And there they were at the
At the gas
pumps
station.
next to mine.
Uh,
And I said, "This can't be real." So I jumped out. Again, I didn't know what I was doing. And the boyfriend was pumping the gas. And I said, "I don't know what I said." I still don't know what I said, but "I'm here to arrest your whatever." And he said, "The hell you," anyways, the wind went back and forth. I didn't challenge him. They drove off, like sped off. I go in the gas station saying, "I'm supposed to arrest this girl." He's like, "What do you want? What do you want me to do?" So I find them at a Waffle House 15 minutes later. So I walk in with a flash, like a big old mag light, the big long mag light.
mhm.
So I walk in with that. The Waffle House manager calls the cops. Cops come, and the cops are, "What are you doing here?" I said, I'm here to arrest her." I showed my paperwork, and he says, "Can I search your vehicle?" I didn't know.
To your vehicle?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
because they said I brought a gun in. I brought a mag light in, but I did have a gun in my vehicle. I did, in my truck, and I had it underneath the seat. He didn't find it. How he didn't find it, I have no idea to this day how he didn't find it. So they left. My suspect left, and come to find out, she showed up to court the next day. Thankfully, that was my job, was to make sure she showed. So, to come off a bond, the reason a bounty hunter exists, so if I bail you out, right, I'm your surety. If you run, I'm responsible for your bond. So the bonding company is gonna come after me for your bond, not you, for me. The only way for me to come off your bond is if the bonding company arrests you to put you back in jail. That was my job.
Dang, so if I stick my neck out for somebody and bail them out, they then are at that point, I am the biggest liability
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
So if they flee the country, they're coming after
Oh,
me.
yeah, yeah. So that was so
Okay.
fast forward, that was my last job. We'll just skip all the other stuff. My last job was a surety called us. I had a partner. I always had a partner after that first time. I had a partner. It was a female. And surety called us on a big felony drug bond that this guy was major, major wanted. He was getting ready to run to Alabama. So the surety, the guy that bonded him out, called us and said, "Hey, I don't want to be responsible for this. He's getting ready to run." I said, "Okay, let's set up a fake drug deal." So this guy's drug was crack. I said, "I'll sell him crack, fake crack, of course. We're going to meet the Mableton Kroger, and at 10 o'clock, and I knew what car he drove. So we're gonna fake arrest you, the good guy. We're gonna arrest him, take him back to jail. You come out the bond, everything's good. Good? Yep. Great. Sounds good." So we get there way in advance, and my partner's job was to do the fake arrest. My job, because she's a female, my job was to arrest the bad guy. Now, granted, this is important. Granted, I weighed about 20 pounds less than I do right now. I weighed 135 pounds, and I was 21 years of age. So I'm a really small guy. So my element was the element of surprise. So we get there, we're part of the bottom part of the parking lot, and I see his van, but I see his van starting to back out way before the time that we're supposed to make the bust. So I said, "Let's go, let's go, let's go." So we move up. She goes up to make the fake arrest. I'm running up to the car. The bad guy's in the passenger seat as I'm running up. He's bending down to pick something up that I can't see, and I at the same time, by thankfully, I'm opening the door, get him out, get him on the ground, arrest him, get him in the car. I'm taking him by that time, only 15 minutes to the jail. So he says, "Can you roll out the window?" I roll out the window. He spits something out. I said, "What was that?" He said, "That was a crack. I was gonna sell you." I said, "Well, that was smart, because otherwise you're gonna bust you for that in jail." I said, "By the way," because we're about like we're getting ready to pull into the jail complex. I said, "What were you reaching for if you had the crack in your mouth?" He goes, "Oh, that was my Glock. I was getting ready to blow your fucking head off." I said, "I appreciate you not doing that." So I dropped him off jail, went back to bonding company that night, turned in my badge. I said, "I'm done. It was too close." He was gonna kill me.
Oh, yeah.
He was gonna kill me. He was that close. He said he was had you not opened that door, because the gun was in the door pocket thing.
Oh, damn, so
So
he was really getting down
when I
like
opened the
that.
door, it pulled the door away from him, so he couldn't grab the gun. So I felt like it was that close to
Oh,
him
yeah.
shooting me or killing me. Either one, didn't matter. But yeah, that was it. So that was the end of my
Damn.
bounty. So it was 2 years, but I arrested people all over the country. California, it didn't matter. And I met my wife during that time. So,
Dang.
uh,
That's wild. So it gets crazy.
no, it gets crazy, but I wanna surprise people because I was really small. I dressed up as a FedEx person, Domino's Pizza. I had outfits, so I was the element of surprise because if I got one handcuff you on you and a gun, because I carried a gun, and it was over. All of them just gave up. I never had anybody that fought.
So you never
Never.
beat someone up because of this.
I did not. I had a partner that did in Memphis that we had to ride back for 8 hours, yeah.
Yeah, oh god, Memphis is the kinda town that you're either getting beat up or you're beating
No.
some um, damn, dude, what a story. I'm glad you got out of it. Yeah, yeah, dude, that would have
Alright,
been the night that scared me
so
straight.
before we get started again, so shout out to the Good Days, folks, for letting us have this beverage up in
Yeah.
here. Thank you.
It's
Thank
good
you.
timing to talk about Good Days.
Yes, let's
Good
do
Days
it.
are a classic cocktail brand created in a convenient, ready-to-drink format to meet the need for a quality pre-mixed cocktail for any occasion. Ray is sipping on the whiskey
Mm,
sour, kind of the heater is what they call it. I'm
wow.
about to dive into the port swings, which is a sea breeze, a vodka cranberry. They've also got a gin gimlet and a vodka. What's the other one? Vodka lime. So local company founded in Marietta, and they just set out to make the best canned cocktail there is.
Marietta, my second hometown. So
Look at
thank you,
that!
Good Days, for that. That's 8.5%. That's good stuff for
Look
8.5%.
look at that!
Good tasting. Thank you. Not for my first try. My first pull, as they would say in the South.
Hell yeah! They yeah, you can get them wherever you get your liquor, Ray.
All right.
But okay, so bounty hunting. Okay, so and you did a lot in the. I feel like we could talk forever about the. You need to meet my dad at some point, dude. With the knowledge that you know about.
Did you say be your dad or meet your dad?
Well, depends on how he does the next couple of
You got a
years.
dad already.
No, I'm kidding. The you need to meet him at some point, just based on like what you know
I
about.
think I
Like,
did.
did you?
The Mardi Gras.
Oh, duh! We sat at your table.
Yeah. My phone's ringing.
It is
Let's
probably
see.
your wife wondering
Well,
what the
let's see
hell
who
you're
it
doing.
is. Let's just
Is it someone that we
let's
should
just
give a
take a
shout out
drink.
to?
No, it's not. Spam.
Okay,
You know Spam?
I do know Spam. They
She
know me well. They call me a lot.
she's crazy.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
nuts.
I thought I lost her, but she keeps finding me.
She keeps coming
Um,
back.
yeah, you guys did meet. We sat at your table
Yeah.
at Mardi Gras. Look at
But,
that.
that was not a very good place to meet because it was loud, because somebody was speaking the whole time as an MC.
Yeah, I was not though. I feel like I sucked, kind of.
Who told you that? You know what? We always tell our worst things to
Like
ourselves.
I didn't speak enough,
Oh, whatever.
and but
Alright.
they asked me to do it again,
Okay.
so I'm gonna do it again.
Must have not sucked that bad.
Being a local celebrity is a tough job, folks.
Exactly. Thanks for
Um,
admitting that.
I'm kidding. I don't think that
Glad you
about
admitted
myself
that.
at all.
Yeah, you just did.
Half the shit I say is fake, Ray. But so you did a lot of work in the not really construction world, but kind of the construction world.
Yeah, concrete, the, precast and pre-stress concrete world. That sounds exciting.
So
So
why that
think
world?
so when I left the political world, I got tired of that for reasons for another discussion for another time. I joined the concrete world in the paving stone and retaining wall world. So most of y'all have in your own yard some kind of retaining wall blocks, edging stones, patio stones made out of concrete that you bought at Lowe's or Home Depot. That was me. So I worked for a company that sold all that stuff, all the Southeast, and I took care of the Home Depots and Lowe's at 20 something, and then rose to management to a big company and $500 million company. And then I got selfish. Yeah. And I went to a smaller company that offered me a bunch of money. That was the biggest mistake in my life.
Really?
Yeah, chasing money. Yeah. Chasing money is not the answer.
Really?
No, no. I was young, 28 years old, making a whole lot of money, and
For a 28-year-old, the kind of money that I kind of feel like you're probably
28-year-old
making was
making back. I won't tell you what it was, making really good money, but I structured the deal to where I knew I could do well for this small company. So it wasn't my fault that I did well. 'Cause I brought them all kinds of revenue. I really did. I'm not lying.
yeah,
I'm not
you
boasting.
made the company money.
I did.
So
But it
therefore
was a
they
family-owned company. I had a 2-year contract. So ironically, at the 2-year anniversary, I was asked not to come back. Yeah,
not to come back.
yeah, yeah.
Damn.
It's a family-run company. The vice president of sales got a little jealous because I was making more. Anyways, not I listen, I got no regrets.
Yeah.
I did the company well. They've since sold to a much bigger company that I will not admit, I will
Okay.
not mention. They're Atlanta-based company, though. They've done very well. They're in the concrete cement business, and they've done very a privately held company by a family. And so I'm very happy for the company that bought this other company, and they bought some other companies that I've worked for in the past. And so I'm happy where I'm at now. That led me to because you're going to ask, that led me to downside. Well, actually, upsize one. I became president of a company that sold we call form lighters. The best way I can describe it is like long rubber mats. We can make them nearly 100-foot long and about 20-foot wide, made out of polyurethane rubber. And you could pour concrete on this for precast. So think vertical structures like buildings or bridges, anything decorative, not flat work like driveways. We can make concrete look like anything. Picture I could have your picture in a concrete
Hmm.
Seriously. I could have that texture, this carpet, that towel. I could have put and print anything into concrete from a rubber mat. We were based out of Germany. It was German technology, but I ran the North American operations. We shipped all over the world. So we had offices in Germany, Dubai, Shanghai, and of course, and Athens, Georgia, where I worked out of. That was my last corporate gig. That was during, so I did that for 8 years, from 2012 to 20. I lost a very important employee of mine during COVID in 20. I had to shut the company down for 2 weeks. Got to figure things out during COVID. Personally, that took a lot out of me because I'm a very personable person. I like people, my employees, my people, my family. They're everything to me. So losing an employee took a lot out of me as a person. And it was just one employee out of 50, but it took a lot out of me. And so I started looking for another opportunity to come off the road. I was traveling the world for weeks at a time, and I just got tired of not seeing my wife. By that time, I'd lived away from my wife 90% of the time.
Wow.
So what I'm leaving out is when I took jobs, I would live away from home for 3 years at a time. I come home for 1 weekend at a time for a month. So 2020, I said, "I don't wanna do this anymore. I'm done traveling the world. I'm just done. I'm done being away from my wife." And, so I took a job to be a little bit more close to home, and I started running a nonprofit association in the concrete industry as a membership association, and, so did that for a number of years, and yeah, that led me to most interesting part where I'm at now.
So, with you working in corporate for so long, what did entrepreneurship was that something that you had ever dreamed of when you were doing the corporate thing? Or had you thought that you were just gonna work corporate until you retired?
Yeah, I thought that, but
So why all of a sudden
Lord, traveling the easy, quick answer. Traveling the world taught me that experiences matter,
mhm,
and all of us interacting, whether it's I like food, I like wine, or I like food, I like alcohol. So I've learned from traveling the world, no matter where you're at, unless it's a dry country like Saudi Arabia, getting people around food and alcohol. That sounds terrible. Food and wine. Let's be gracious. Provides the most spectacular experiences I've ever experienced in my life, no matter where I've been in the world. So I knew when I retired, which happened last year, this is what I wanted to do.
very good. And so it's changed your life then, I assume, from from a freedom perspective. You don't have to answer to anybody but yourself, but also, yeah, freedom in many different ways.
Yeah.
Freedom in, you call the shots. If you wanna run a promo or a special, you don't gotta consult the director of marketing, you can just do it and live with it. So you've kind of experienced a lot of, freedom then in the past couple years.
Kinda like you. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've had I was a consultant for a period of time, and, so same freedom there, but this is a different freedom. This freedom I'm having the most fun with because I get to introduce experiences to people. So I've had some really amazing experiences in my life, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that have had more amazing experiences that I've had, but I've been very fortunate to come from with parents that didn't travel other than Canada. And I never was with them to Canada or Mexico. The only time we traveled was to the United States, anywhere, and it was camping. So to come from not traveling the world to traveling the world and living experiences, I'm just trying to share those kind of experiences with people of all groups, ages, and social medium brackets. So I believe everybody should have an experience. I don't care who you are, how much you make. I'm trying to develop experiences for everybody. So
And so thus Zixpy Tours was born.
yeah,
So is for Zixpy Tours, and what I like about Zixpy Tours, about the name, first of all, it's unique because you don't hear a lot of companies that have both a Z and an X in the name,
thanks for pointing that out.
but also you didn't, put yourself in a corner with the name.
Mm.
It's not like you said Zixby's Wine Tours.
Yeah,
Said Zixpy Tours. Was that intentional?
yeah, yeah.
Because you didn't wanna be able to
Right.
you didn't wanna say you were just a winery or brewery focused thing. you could open up the horizons in the future if the possibilities or the opportunities came your way to do other kinds of experiences.
Exactly. So the winery, the brewery, distillery tours, like the low-hanging fruit, to kinda get in, make some money, build some revenue. Come on, let's be honest. We're
Build reputation, of
right.
course, get
We're a
reviews.
small business, so we gotta build a reputation.
Sure.
The experiential travel is what's next. So introducing people to one-off experiences, stuff they didn't know existed. I wanna see the wow. I wanna see the sparkle, the smile. I live my life behind the scenes watching people have the wow. That's where I'm happy. So that's why I created Zixpy.
And how are we doing?
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Slow grind.
yeah, the winery experiences we've warm every weekend. We had 2 this weekend where we introduced some new experience to people that haven't seen this other side the winery or distillery world, and their favorite stop was what not they expected.
So what do these tours entail? So I sign up, I show up to a place, and I get on the bus,
Yeah.
right? So then what next? Like,
Okay.
what would someone
I'll give you an
expect from
example
this?
of Saturday. So Saturday is the most recent example. So we had a small group of 7 people, 7 ladies that they celebrate life. So they're in their I didn't ask, but probably mid to late 30s, and there's a group of friends from a neighborhood over in Roswell. So they take a group trip a year, and they have for the past 4 years, I think is what they said. So we started out at, Ingelheim Vineyard, which I'd never been to before, but it's one of our partners,
Where's that at?
up on the northwest side of LJ. But it's a beautiful space, and they're the oldest winery in Northwest Georgia.
Really?
So it was started by Colonel Gary Engel, which is now he's now running for, Gilmore County, commission. But a very nice gentleman, very strict. Uh, anyway, so Jason said, "I can't give the tour, you give the tour." "Great, I'll give the tour." So that's our first stop. So we roll up with the girls. Cheryl's with me, my wife's with me. We roll up. The girls never been there before. We roll out. Y'all go get a tasting. They got a tasting. They spend a bunch of money up the tastings. Come on, let's go for a tour. We go to the barrel room, pictures. Then I take them to the production room so they see where the wine is made. They're loving it. It's a whole experience. So that's what we do every stop. So when we get to Buckley, I can't do that at Buckley. It's a little bit different scenario, but Buckley Vineyards meets us at the door. We get special parking space. They meet us at the door. They cater our guests in, a very curated experience. So we're after the experience for our guest. So we're not just transportation. We're an experience driven company.
Excuse me. So it's kind of a no-brainer for these wineries, breweries, distilleries to partner with you because you're bringing people to them.
But we have competition. So there's 12, like at least 12 of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Around Metro Atlanta.
The only other business similar to yours that I had heard of was years and years and years and years ago, I dated this girl that had a part-time job. She worked on the Atlanta beer bus, and it was this thing that went from brewery to brewery in Atlanta.
They might still be around, but the big one
They might
now,
be.
like, is Pop the Cork. That's a big one, but they're out of Gwinnett County.
Oh, dang.
Gwinnett, so they're running up to, like, Dahlonega, that area. So
Yeah.
we're the only one in Northwest Georgia that's doing what we do, the only one.
Well, that's good.
No, for now.
For now, but at the same time,
Somebody else is looking to start it in Cherokee County. Yeah, it's alright. Competition's good, man.
competition is good,
It is good.
because if there's anything I learned for the longest time, I tell this story a lot, but you'll like it, is that I used to not invite other marketers in here to do this with me because I was afraid of giving them airtime would make people work with them versus me. But then when I had a guy in here that I didn't know did marketing stuff, but he does it on the side, and he brought it up. I was like, I think he could tell my facial expressions changed. And he was like, "Listen, bro, there is enough food for all of us to eat." And he said that to me, and I sat there for a second and immediately wanted to jump to the defense and say,
Yeah,
"Yeah, but not
yeah.
really." Like, but then I sat with it that night after he left, and I sat there, and he's a good friend to this day. But I sat there and I was like, he might be right. Because we all see the Cherokee Connect messages and
Yes.
the I need someone that can make this for I need someone ca 50,000 people comment on them. It is weird, man.
It
And
is.
Cherokee Connect might be the largest Facebook group
It
ever
might
because there's like 100,000 plus people in
at
there.
least the most active.
Yeah. And like, I always wonder like, "Oh, I'll get them next time." And I've landed a couple jobs from that, but it's just wild that it's true though, is like I've been able to find I don't like to use the word success because I feel like I hold success to that word success, I hold to a really high standard because my parents are successful and what I see their success. And then when people say, "Oh, well, you've been successful," I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not successful. I'm doing okay, but I'm not successful." I just hold that word to a certain standard, I think. I might need to not because success doesn't have to be one thing. It could be different for everybody.
Yeah, right.
But either way, I've been able to survive and I don't, if I get tagged in 10 of those a week, I might get none. I might get one.
So listen, I'm gonna blow up your bubble for a
Okay,
second,
hit me.
'cause nobody gets to,
Okay, hit
because
me.
you're blowing other people's bubbles.
Hit me.
So when I see Cindy Williams, I keep using her name, but anyway, Cindy, all the other people that you've interviewed here in this seat, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this dude is a freaking rock star." So you have been successful. If you define success by the number of people that you've interviewed already in your short amount of time that have sat in this seat that are very influential people, the mayor of Cartersville, dude, you told me that was the highlight of your career.
Yeah, at that point.
So you've already achieved more than you thought you could achieve, right?
Yeah. Thank you for that. It's nice of you, Ray. And you haven't seen anything yet.
So where you go?
Matthew Gamble.
That's easy.
Thank you for that, Ray.
Nah,
That's
dude.
sweet of you.
No, seriously, man. So let me burst.
That's
Yeah,
there's the alcohol.
it's just somebody needs to promote you for a change. So
That's really nice of you. You know what's crazy, man? And it goes back to the thing I was saying earlier about how I ask for help or I want help, but I'm afraid to get it when I get it,
yeah,
is that, I seek nothing more in this world than validation,
don't we all?
and, but when I get it,
Yep,
it freaks me out.
yep,
I don't know how to take it.
yep,
So when people, "Oh, look," and I lock up, I'm like, "Oh," and I
yep.
immediately you'll see this, especially tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be an insanely hard day for me. Even though I'm so excited for it, tomorrow's gonna be so hard for me because people are gonna shower me with compliments, and I constantly make self-deprecation jokes because I find them funny, but also because it's my way of deflecting
Yeah,
the attention away from me, but all I want is attention.
yeah, of course.
All I want is attention.
Because you've done the work that deserves the attention, but you don't think you deserve it.
So when I get to talk to like Cindy Williams
Welcome to the club.
was insane. And now the past, it's always fun the week of a release. People, "Oh, Cindy Williams, Cindy Williams." They'll yell other people's names at me.
Yep.
Cindy Williams. So next week, this week's guest is fucking crazy in terms of her story. But next week, Kevin's episode comes out, and then we're gonna have Matthew Gamble on this summer and a handful of others that I'm just like, I can't believe these people are giving me their time. I mean,
Why?
I can believe it
Okay.
because of the referrals and the network of people that have been able
So
to
the
get me
pre
in front of these
you believe
people.
in the process.
I believe in the process, but I can't believe of the result. I don't know where you go from there, though.
Had a crying moment there. You
I
should
didn't expect that.
you should edit only part of that.
You give vibes of a dude who doesn't cry.
Me?
Are you a crier?
I'm 2 and 2 in my emotions.
Dude, I love that.
Why
I'm
would
the
you
same.
not? Would you not be?
Some people don't cry.
That's wrong, dude. A man is in tune with his emotions, good, bad, or indifferent.
Dude, I cry when I see people I don't know cry.
Okay. Listen, a man is in tune with his emotions. People say, "No, that's what a man does. A man can control his emotions. Don't always let it out. But you let it out when it needs to be. It's okay.
I agree. I agree.
That's a man."
I agree.
They say a man doesn't cry. Ah, the hell with that shit.
No, dude, I've cried.
Fucking John Wayne cried.
Dude, I'm gonna cry one day. insert one of my favorite celebrities here. I'm gonna cry when Bill Murray dies.
That's gonna
I don't even
suck.
know that dude.
That's gonna
I'm gonna
suck.
cry.
It'll
I
be
cried when Robin Williams died. I was in high school.
It's a terrible day. Yeah,
That was a
Robin
horrible day. I
Williams.
cried when Steve Jobs died. That was a weird one for me to cry for, but
Yeah, that was
dude invented everything, half the
he was not
technology
a
in this
nice
room.
guy. He wasn't a nice
No, I
guy.
heard that. He was a huge asshole,
But you know what? Yeah,
but he
whatever.
got results.
He did. I like people that care for people.
I agree.
Robin Williams cared for people, but he cared too much.
Well, I've heard good things about Tim Cook, though. We'll get dude, that's the stars right there. I don't need to get the president of the United
Yeah,
States. I wanna get Tim Cook in here.
yeah.
If I get Tim Cook, I could retire.
He could.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I could.
He's kind of plain dude.
He's very plain, dude.
Why not? Have you emailed him yet?
I haven't. I'm sure it's tim@apple.com.
Just email him. Start there.
Yeah. I'm gonna start just and you know what's crazy, dude? Is every single time I don't know why I don't do this more often.
Listen,
Every single time I go and email someone I think I'm not gonna get, I get them, except for Glenda. I emailed David Cook, who is a man who won American Idol in 2008, and his manager responded in 15 minutes and said, "Yeah, he'll do it." So I had him last year.
I got people you could. They're not famous people, but somewhat. I get actors and celebrities, and I know people.
I'll talk to anybody that you would love to give again, see, dude, Ray, this is the problem. I
You're
want
probably like booked out to like next August, right?
in terms
27.
of episode releases,
Yeah,
yes, but recordings, I'll do them all day and night. So I actually introduced since you filled out my form
yeah.
beforehand, I introduced a new question just this last week that said, "Are you looking to release this in a timeline? Like, are you promoting a product or a release that's coming out now?" Some people are just so I added
No,
the option like bullet points of like, "Yes, I want it to release in a certain time frame." B, "No, release it whenever."
yeah,
And so
whatever.
the few people I've sent it to since then, I've just like asked release it whenever.
I feel like it's not recording. Like I can't. Is it recording?
I hope so.
I mean, how do you know? You don't know earphone.
I don't
Like
know.
I'm used to
Well,
wearing.
I see this thing and the things are moving up and down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you see sound when I
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
But every once in a while, if you see me do this, like lean, it's because I'm making sure that the record button is on the screen.
I thought you're so. Oh my god, we're so way over time.
No, I can't see that far. My eyesight is dog shit. I'm
Uh,
so serious. I've had
Not as bad
glasses
as
since I
mine.
was like 4.
Listen, when I play golf, I can't see 200 yards down the range.
You golf often?
Mm. So I was golfing. I'm not lying. I'm not lying at all. I was golfing 5 to 6 days a week.
No way.
Yeah, for the past
What are you, damn
two
serial
or, two
killer?
or 3 years. And when I retired in May of last year, I stepped it up. Anyways, I was playing a lot of golf.
Where do you
Sometimes
go?
I'm a member of Cartersville Country Club.
I've never been there.
So I could play. I mean, I could play during the summer. The most I played in one day was 42 holes. So that's playing 18 plus 18 plus 6. That's
That's what
only
all day golf day is
that's
for
only
us.
because I ran out of a daylight, right?
Mhm.
So I would play until my arms the daylight wore out until December 24th of 2026, 2025. Sorry.
Something happened.
Yeah. So my golf game had been going down. Listen, I've never been a good golfer ever, ever, never will be. I just held my own.
I can't even do that.
So my golf game had been going down for a couple of months. This Christmas Eve, I was playing because it was day number 6 probably, and hole number 16. It just I had enough. So it's like I never played golf before. So I had another. It's a par 3. Hit the damn golf ball into the bank of the damn creek twice. And, so we pulled up to the green, and I got my got my golf bag out, and I said, "I'm done. I'm out." I walked. It's a long walk from 16 back to the car. So I was playing with 4 people that day, and I was embarrassed, and, I said, "I'm done." So had the general manager of the club been there that day, I would have quit the club after all those years. I quit the club and just said, "I'm never gonna play golf again," but he was not there that day. So I waited till the next week to say, "I'm just gonna step down to social." For this past 3.5 months, I've just been not playing golf. It's been great. So now we're gonna transition to the next phase is the, serious phase of this podcast.
Can I ask you a question? And if you hate the question,
Please,
we can
yeah,
cut it out.
yeah, of course.
and I might cry
Uh,
asking it.
yeah, let's do it.
Can I ask you a question I hate getting? No kids.
No.
Is there a reason behind that? That you can I'll cut it all.
The big answer
I've
is
always just
yes.
wondered.
No, no, the big answer is yes. So the big answer is why no kids? So my wife and I both pursued a very strategic, selfish and catastrophic careers. So she became a CFO, I became a president of companies, and we regret it to this day.
You pursued
Yeah,
your careers.
yeah, but we regret it because she's an only child and her last name is very important to her. So she did not take my last name.
Really?
Yeah, that's how important it is to her. And so the fact that we don't have kids is a challenge. It's not a like a big hurdle between us, but it's a challenge.
Was it a
I will say this without going into too much more detail.
sure,
We tried later in life, but it did not end well.
understood. Yeah, and so was this ever something that was 'cause I feel like a lot of people that say similar answers to that will say, "Oh, it was never something we said out loud. It was just what life did,
No, we talked about it out loud.
and you decided we're gonna
Yeah,
focus on our careers."
yeah. And then later we decided that was a big mistake. So if I had one piece of advice to younger people is just don't wait that long. We waited till we were late in our 40s until we said, "Yeah." And because she's already retired. She retired. My wife retired at 44.
What the hell?
Yeah, we're not rich. Don't let's be very clear about that. We're not rich. We always live way below our means, way below our means. We both did very well in our careers, but we did not live that way. And I'm very thankful of that. So we're very plain. My wife,
She's a rock star.
yeah, she's sorry.
It's okay. Should have tissues in here. This has happened a lot this
Nah,
week.
no, she's just very cool, like plain person. She don't sell anybody. She don't pretend anybody. She is who she is. It makes me it makes me mad because people like her a lot more than like me. Yeah.
That's what they say about my fucking wife.
But that's okay though. Like I'm jealous, but I'm not jealous. Actually, I don't lie. I'm actually really jealous because the business that I'm in now, like before I didn't worry about it because I was a rock star. That's bragging. I don't brag.
No, you're a rock star at what you did,
No,
but
yeah,
now you're in the
I
business of
was.
creating experiences for people, and
I was the shit what I did. I was always on stage, and now I'm like a small person, but I like it though. I like it so nobody knows who I am, and they don't know that part about me, which I'm okay with that. So I don't have to be the CEO. I don't have to be the
the
because that
cheerleader.
yeah, I don't have to be. I'm just a guy that likes to provide cool experiences for cool people. But I get mad at Cheryl because people love her. Like, oh my god, they love her, but she doesn't like people.
That's hilarious.
She likes small, like 3 or 4 people. That's it. Everybody loves Cheryl, loves her, but
Catherine
she's
is very similar in that and Catherine isn't like me with, like, the social battery, like, my social battery is much higher than hers or much
mine too, yeah.
larger,
Yeah, mine too.
whereas hers, like, if my battery is this big, her battery is this
Oh, yeah.
big,
Yep.
but people always walk away from, like, a double date, and they're like, "Man, your wife is fucking
Yes,
awesome."
yes.
And
Exactly.
I'm always just like, "Thanks. I thought that was pretty cool too."
Exactly,
They're
exactly.
always like what I've heard before is like, "No, you're what got us there, but
Right.
she's why we're staying."
Yes, exactly.
And I honestly love that because I've got a lot of flaws
Embrace it, dude.
and, dude, with the kid thing, we hopefully by the time this comes out, I have a new development, but
Okay.
it turns out we it turns out it's harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Yep.
So, hopefully by the time this comes out, better news,
Okay.
but
Alright.
we're studying some stuff and
So
it's
you
on me.
so
I'm
so you want one.
yeah, I was just so it sounds like the way you describe your dad, you were very inspired by your dad. Very serious, very you admired him a lot like I admire mine, and I
Yeah.
want that. Maybe it's the validation thing, but I yeah, it's I was born with something that makes it a little difficult, Nothing that
Alright.
nothing that is super. I mean, science is so crazy nowadays that there's ways to get around it. There's tons of different it's just going down that rabbit hole and
So
with
let me tell you this, if you wanna be a father, you're going to be a father.
yeah.
You're going to be one way or the other, you're gonna be a father. Whether it's a little bit of yours and a little bit of somebody else's, it don't fucking matter, right? If you wanna
No,
be a
it
father,
doesn't
you're
matter.
going to be a father
But
one way or
then
the other.
you know what's funny, and I'm sure you and your wife have moments like this, even though you guys regret that decision at times, I'm sure, but at times you're probably thankful there for the decision.
Ah,
I'm
yeah,
so
it's
I'm assuming
tough.
here, but here
No,
there's
you're
times like
right.
the other night we go out to eat, right? We go to a Mexican restaurant, very casual, nothing serious, nothing fancy. We go to a restaurant and young couple with their baby sits down next to us or gets sat at the table next to us, and we love children. Our friends all have kids, and we're the best damn aunt and uncle to our friends' kids. But God, this fucking kid just started wailing.
That's
Not
just
even crying, just like noises.
part of it, man.
And it's part of it. And
Yep.
we looked at each other and we're like, we always make the same joke towards each other when that happens. We're like, maybe we don't want kids, but like we do. But like it's funny, like in situations like that, like we're just like, thank God.
Hey, brother, guess what? That's a short amount of time versus a long amount of time for that kid.
Yeah.
That's like such a small you won't even notice it.
Yeah.
So you notice it only because it's happening right then, but it's like 1/10 of a percent of whatever, right?
This is gonna sound
Of their
dumb
whole life.
because you want to talk about being a nerd. The other day, I had a free afternoon and I was like, I've been working my ass off lately. I'm going to go to and take myself to a movie because I love the movies. I love movies. And this podcast used to be a movie podcast, but hey guys, I want to talk to you about something every business owner needs, and honestly, a lot of people are sleeping on. If you've ever wanted custom hats, shirts, tumblers, laser engraved merch, corporate gifts, anything with your logo on it, you need to check out Branded and Devoted Designs. These folks are right here in North Georgia, and they specialize in making your brand look sharp. We're talking leather patch hats, custom apparel, branded merchandises for businesses, teams, events, you name it. And here's what I love about them: send your logo and they handle the rest. Same day quote turnaround during business hours, and bulk pricing is available as well. And if you tell them that Logan from Your Morning Drive sent you, you'll get 10% off your order. So whether you're outfitting your team or building out your company swag, these are your people. I've also used them for years and they do good work, and they're again a local business, so why not support them? Check them out at brandedanddevoted.designs.com. Tell them Logan sent you, get 10% off your order at brandedanddevoted.designs.com. Now, back to the show. It got changed over the years. But anyway, I was like, and I love video games. I'm going to take myself to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Middle of the day on a Tuesday. So I was like,
Awesome.
I wanted to see it during spring break, but I was like, oh, all the kids will be in there. And listen, I know it's a kids movie. It's made for children, but those kids don't know Mario. I know Mario. So I was like, I'm going to go in the middle of a day on a Tuesday after school's back in session. So maybe there'll be a couple kids, young kids, but nothing crazy. And I walk into the movie and I'm the only one in there and I'm sitting in there and I'm enjoying the movie. And then I go to the bathroom one point during the movie because I had too much damn Sprite. And I come back in and this little kid is sitting on his dad's lap watching the movie.
Wow.
And
Yep.
I was just like, damn it.
Yeah.
I wanna take my kid to the movies.
Yeah.
So, there's moment it's so weird because, like, we love our friends' kids and my cousin's kids and her cousin's kids, but, like, other kids, not family or friends' kids, other kids, God, we could get rid of them.
But your kids are gonna be somebody else's other kids, so don't let that be your decision, as I know you would not, right? You
And
would
but
not, you would never. Just
but in some ways, dude, it's wild because I'm thankful that it's been a little bit more difficult because it gave me the opportunity to chase this,
yeah,
and it g is giving her the
exactly,
opportunity to chase her
exactly,
doctorate.
exactly,
So
You're
it's
only
open
you're
doors.
30 years old, you can still have kids into your freaking face,
Yeah.
dude.
My wife's mom was, like, 43 when she had her.
Exactly, right? So don't be in a rush. I
Um,
think what you're doing is perfect.
Thanks, man. It's
It's not easy because you see their friends have the experiences, but guess what? They're gonna be jealous when you have those experiences in your 30s and 40s
yeah.
when they're becoming grandparents.
Yeah, but I also too, like, I also wanted to be the young dad too, because
Fuck.
my dad was a homie to my friends growing
I
up.
get it, but who cares? But I think the age is getting older and older and older now.
That's true.
Generations are having kids older and older
They
now.
are. They're waiting.
I mean, my parents, man, they had me when they were like 19 years old and
That
20.
was the
So
norm.
that's unusual, right? Now,
Now,
right?
yeah, now you look at
Exactly.
people like that and you're
Yeah.
like, "What a
So
weirdo."
you are gonna be cool and you're gonna be the cool. You know what? Everything happens for a reason. When you're ready, when y'all are ready, it's gonna happen. And
Yeah,
who cares about what anybody thinks? It's your life and her life and nobody who cares?
yeah. I used to
Right?
think that saying was bullshit until I was always like when I was single, I really wanted a girlfriend always, but, like, everyone was like, "Oh, the perfect one will come along when you least expect it."
I
I
know.
was like, "Shut the hell up," and then it happened, and I was like, "Son of
Right?
a bitch, they were right." I have to call those people back and tell them they were right. But anyway, dude, one of the things that you mentioned actually in the pre-podcast, like, questionnaire thing that I kinda wanted to ask you about was, you bullet pointed what motivates you and what pisses you off.
Was that right?
I wanna hear about what pisses you off first.
Man, can you tell me what I wrote first? Did I
No,
oh, I didn't write an answer?
no, you just said, "What pisses me
Oh,
off and what motivates me."
oh. Whew, there's a lot that pisses me off. It's pretty basic stuff, actually. Um, I don't like thievery. I don't like,
Go into that. What do you mean? Like, just, like, face value, like me going into Walmart and stealing a pack of
that
baseball cards?
that or I got really mad this morning. I was going to the gym and somebody blatantly turned left on a red light. Like, blatantly. There was no, like, pause. There's no nothing. It was blatant. Like, she could have caused an accident.
That
And
made you mad.
oh my god, I chased her down. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You followed her?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And then what?
Well, I was cussing her out from behind her. She saw it. I was mouthing it. Yeah. Yeah. It just pisses me off. I don't like people thinking that they steal from the system. I don't like people taking anything from anybody. Um, I don't know how to say that. I just don't like.
No, Ray, I'm cutting you off because you and I are so fucking similar, and I've learned that over the past today. I hate that I hate when people think that they're better than other people,
Yes,
and so that
exactly.
in their head, they think that they deserve better
Oh my
anything.
listen, I've confronted people in parking lots at Kroger.
So you've
I've
actually
s
confronted
yes, I have. I've seen them run a red light. They were like I saw them moving through traffic, blah, 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 just to be first, and I followed them into Kroger, and I waited for them to come out of Kroger, and I confronted their damn car, not violent, but I said, "Are you really more important than the rest of us?" So they were like, "What are you talking about?" I said, 10 minutes ago, which made me seem like a freaking idiot. 10 minutes ago, I saw you run this red light, cut people up, blah, blah. I said, "Do you think you're more important? Do you think you're better than us? What gives you that right?" So I'm like over the top, man. I can't, we're all in this world together.
Yeah.
We have one drive. We got one take, 75, 82 years, whatever. It's not that long. Don't fuck it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Don't be fucking selfish.
Dude, I had a problem, people talk about New York or New York City rather, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta go as an adult, you gotta." So we went because at the time I lived up near DC and when I was in high school, and one year for spring break, my parents were like, "Let's drive up to New York and spend a spring break in New York, and we'll do the touristy things, we'll see the statue, we'll go to the 9/11 memorial, we'll go to NBC, we'll see all the things." And so we did. And people at school were all like, "What'd you think? Like, what was it?" And I was like, "I fucking hated it." Because walking the streets of New York, everybody thinks that they're more important than the next person. And I never there was a dude that was like on a call, like on his phone, walking very quickly. Clearly, he was probably running late to something. And he like knocked over my little sister. And I'm not like the overly defensive sibling or whatever, but I was just like, I think out loud, I said, like, the fucking nerve of this guy.
Look at you, but you're like one of them. So I love what you say, and I agree. In a weird I traveled to New York a lot. I had friends that lived there. In a weird way, I recognize it, and I'm okay with it, but I don't like it.
Mhm.
I just know who they are.
Yeah, think about it, like, as an adult, though I get it from, like, a professional standpoint. They were on their way to do something, and they knocked over a little girl on accident. It was probably an accident. There's no way someone just trampled a little girl for no reason.
Shit.
You gotta be a heartless motherfucker to
No,
do it
that's
on
different. You're
purpose.
right, that's different. Was that in Manhattan?
Oh god, I don't even know. Times
Alright.
Square, maybe? I don't even know where we were. It was all that was so I don't remember 2 weeks ago. I just remember that I fucking hated the people in New York, but I'd love to go back now to experience it
It
as an
got
adult.
no, it got worse. So since COVID, actually, just since COVID, it got
I
worse.
just think people are selfish inherently.
100%.
And I find myself sometimes and I have to, like, check myself, and I'm like, "Oh, shit, I'm being an asshole right now."
Yeah.
But then
My
some people think that their shit doesn't stink, and so they just walk around the world. They're just like, "People need to abide by me." Like the person who runs the red light says, "Oh, who cares if people get into an accident? Because I gotta be at this place."
I think the biggest this is what I was going to. I should have said it this way. The biggest I don't believe in religion. I believe in the golden rule. If we just all in the world just practice the golden rule, right? We'd all be okay. 100% we'd be okay. The biggest sin, if there is a sin, the biggest sin in the world is greed. It boils down to everything, selfishness, everything. You can say greed boils down to everything,
Yeah.
everything, traffic infraction, everything, because all it's the same thing.
Any negative thing could
If we
be
weren't
boiled down to greed.
greedy, if we just gave as much as we took in, this world would be okay. But instead, we give less than what we take in.
There's a lot of takers out there.
We're all takers, dude.
Yeah.
We're all takers. Whether
Yeah.
we want to admit it or not, we're all takers. We still give less out than we take in, 100%. All of us. And I try. I really try, but I
Yeah.
can't. I still get more than I give out.
Yeah. God, I feel that. I do. I definitely get it.
If we all just gave out a little bit more, we'd be okay. Just 5% more, we'd be okay.
Yeah. Even
No,
if it's just means doesn't even have to mean monetarily. It could just mean,
no,
like, holding the door
anything,
open for somebody.
anything,
Buy
dude,
someone's
anything,
coffee behind you in
anything,
the
anything,
drive-through.
anything, anything. It doesn't have to be financial. Just any, like you said, hold the door open. It's a gesture. Just give a little bit more.
I try to give a lot of grace to people, which is funny because people hearing me say the things that I get angry about, they were like, "Oh, Logan just has anger issues." I don't think I have anger issues. I just think I think my standard for how people should treat people is higher than most.
Well, and to hear that from because you're 23, 24 years younger than I am, is a blessing because it's all generational, right? So your
Oh, yeah.
parents, my parents' parents, we all have said the next generation is doomed. We all say that because we don't have trust.
Mhm.
You gotta have trust in the next generation. It's my fault if I've not said something to you or trained you or passed on information to you. It's my fault because I'm the next generation past because we're that age difference, right?
Mhm.
It's my fault. So for my grandparents to say, "Oh god dang, we're the next generation," well, then it's my grandparents' fault. You should have trained us better. Give us good seeds.
Mm. That's
So
a good point.
so I think that it's inherent upon us, like, is it like civilizations like in India, for example, and most Buddhist kind of religions face this same obstacle, is if they don't pass down, if they don't pass down the knowledge, the belief, the faith, and all that, that it's just gonna fade. So without being religious, let's just take care of ourselves, and what do you got next?
I actually have our, closing thing, Ray, if that's okay.
Great. Okay, yeah.
Our closing segment,
Okay.
which really just revolves around bringing it back to the basics. I ask every guest this small group of questions, just fun real life stuff that reminds everybody that we're all just human.
So short answers, right?
Short answers, we
Okay.
could talk about them in full if need, but
Nope. Short.
rapid fire.
Okay.
Favorite movie?
The Doors.
Oh, okay. Very good. Ray, you get to organize the next big music festival. You get to pick 3 headliners. Who are they?
Current.
Anybody, live or dead.
The Doors. Fish. Jimi Hendrix.
It's a good lineup. I'm going to that festival. Ray, when you go out to eat and you're trying a new restaurant or you're going to a restaurant that you've gone to for years, what are 3 appetizers on the menu that no matter where you are, you'll order them as like a comfort or a default?
Appetizers.
Appetizers. I've never found a way to ask that question that it makes sense.
No, I got it. It's just I'm a
Okay.
foodie, so it's a very
I'll hit
difficult.
you with mine. Calamari. I love fried calamari. All mine are very unhealthy. Chips and queso or
Mm.
salsa, whichever. And then I'm a big soft pretzel guy. If there's a soft pretzel with beer cheese on the menu, I'm ordering it.
Yeah, I was going somewhere different. Mine is escargot. Appetizer. Cheese plate. Depends on the cheese plate, and crab dip. I don't know why I said that, but yeah.
Hmm. Rich people desserts or appetizers.
No,
Maybe the new question I'll ask
it's like
instead
gout desserts.
is that maybe maybe the new question I'll ask instead is just are you dessert people or appetizer people?
We are more appetizer people. We don't eat a lot of
I
desserts.
probably could count on 2 hands how many times I've had dessert, like
No,
ordered
listen,
dessert.
I would love listen, let me change that question. What would you order? I would order dessert.
Really?
But yeah, but I just try to keep the calories down. So we trade the calories. Yeah.
Understood. Ray, on a day that you don't work at all, which is, I'm sure, few and far between because you're growing a business, you're growing a brand, but on a day that you don't work in any capacity, how do you take care of yourself?
Work out in the morning and then probably go for a hike in the afternoon, eat well and yeah, rest.
What time do you go to bed on average?
On average 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I don't
I know.
have
No, it's been that way for a while though. Not because I'm old. It's like since
your wife too?
in my 40s. Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
both just gone to bed early
We
folks?
so she works hard when she lives in Canada for half the year. So
What?
yeah,
See there right now?
no, from June till November she lives in Canada.
Do you go and live with her? Live with her?
I did for 6 weeks last year. Yeah.
Wow.
That's where she's from, Northern Ontario,
Oh,
Canada.
I didn't know that.
So I don't see my wife for half the year.
Really?
That was part of
That's
this.
payback for you going and traveling all the time.
It is. That's what she
Wow.
says, yeah.
So
Yeah, but
she go
sh
and stays with friends and family?
no, no, she's from there. My wife is from Canada,
Yeah.
and we were married in
So she
Canada.
just goes there by
No,
herself?
we have a place directly on Lake Superior. It's
Oh,
20 feet off Lake Superior
that's fucking
in
awesome.
Northern Ontario, Canada.
That's awesome.
So she's constantly where she chops wood. Yeah,
What a
she's active.
badass bitch she
No,
is.
she is.
That's sick.
She wards off bears and
Shout out.
yeah.
That's sick.
No, she's a
She's probably got
badass.
some stories.
Look, I love, our place in Canada is where it's our refuge. So there's no place. I've been in 32 countries in the world. I've been very fortunate to done what I've done for work and travel, but there's no place in this world that I'd rather be in Batchewana Bay, Ontario, Canada. It's the most beautiful, most respectful, it's amazing. To the winter? Oh, hell no, because they got 8, not 10 feet of snow. They just had snow yesterday. Yesterday, 2 feet of snow yesterday. I
Good
don't want
God.
to, but then from June to early October, it's really nice.
Wow.
It's God's
I'd love to
country.
go at some
Oh,
point.
you'll be there.
I can't wait. I'll wait for the invite. What is something that people would be surprised to know about you?
Other than the bounty hunter stuff,
There's a few things. Whether you were a bounty hunter
I ran for city council. Yeah,
really?
when I was 21. Yeah,
How'd that go?
the youngest you could in Marietta. I did not win because I ran against one of the oldest families in Marietta, Georgia, from the 1800s.
That'll do it.
But I did it. Surprised you know about me. Yeah, the bounty hunter thing is probably the biggest thing.
When you told me that the other day, my mind was fucking blown.
That's about it. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm Scottish. Yeah. Anyways,
Wow. And then finally, what is your morning drive, Ray? What gets you out of bed every morning? What pushes you to be the best that you can be?
That's deep. So, right now in my life, it's, just trying to stay healthy. It's realizing that I have less days alive than I've had days alive, and that's a very sobering moment when you think about it that way. I'll be 54 in May, and statistically, yeah, I have less days alive than I have had alive already. So waking up every day and appreciating the sunrise, even if it's not a sun, knowing that there's oxygen and a world that we wake up to is amazing, and we should all embrace that every day, whether we're religious or not. It's a day that we're given, and we're never guaranteed it. There's millions of people that die every single day. So the every day that we get to be alive is the best day ever because it's the best day we get to create. And that's the most amazing thing that we're ever given. So let's embrace what we have, the friendship, the family, the people, the experiences. It's all about the experiences. So we're very blessed to be doing what we're doing right now.
I'd say so.
So
I'd
so
say
thank
so.
you for having this opportunity.
Yeah,
Um,
man. I was just about to turn it around and say thank you for giving me so much of your time today and for your
it's like way over time.
continued
It
there's no
wasn't your record.
we're close.
No.
There's every once in a while, and I don't tell this to everybody, but every once in a while people are like, "Are all your episodes just 10 out of 10 incredible, amazing?" And I'm like, "No. There are there are some, of course I love all my guests. I love all their businesses. I wouldn't have people on here if I didn't believe in them. But there's every once in a while an episode. The mayor was one,
Mm,
Cindy Williams was one, Kevin was one,
yeah.
Rich Brock was one. Every once in a while, I have someone in, and I'm just like, that's why I do it. It's because people like that, and you've joined the ranks of those people, man. I appreciate so much of your
Wow.
time and your energy and your honesty and just everything you're doing. I have not experienced Zixpy tours myself, but I do plan on it this summer.
Yeah.
Uh,
We didn't even talk about that.
we
That's the
we
best thing
did
ever.
we did talk
Well,
about it.
kinda, but not really. There's a whole lot going on there,
There is.
but I love that we didn't talk a whole lot
But
about
you're
it.
gonna get a chance here in a second to talk about it more.
Yeah.
I just appreciate everything so far and the support that you've given me throughout the community with barely knowing me. And after this episode today, I feel like we're a lot closer than we have been before. And I'm really thankful for that and just thankful for what you do and for your time.
Thank you. Well, listen, this dude right here, from what he promotes and, for having us on here and promoting the local community, and I'm just amazed the experts that you've had on here. I feel like I'm sitting in, like, a small room of giants from what this guy has done already, so let's applaud him. Y'all can applaud it some other time silently when y'all see this, but let's thank Logan for what he's done, for bringing the community together and offering what he's offered us already. So thank you, Logan, for the opportunity.
Of course. But now, Ray, I want you to go ahead and plug Zixby
No,
Tours.
we're done.
No, you have to tell them where to find you.
No. ZixbyTours.com.
Tell people where to what you're
I'm
doing this
uncomfortable with
summer.
that kind of stuff. I don't like promoting myself, but no, we like doing experiences. We're doing a lot of winery tours and brewery and distillery tours right now, but we're really up to experiential travel, which is what I love about this relationship, is offering those one-off experiences that you can't find on your own and connecting with those kind of artisans, those makers, the one-off experiences that we all just can't come together and find our own. So we're doing girls' days out, guys' days out, winery tours, brewery distillers, distillery tours. It's a whole lot of fun. Look us up, zixpytours.com, Zixpy by ZBY. Actually, I bought both websites, by the way.
Did you really?
Just be safe. Yeah.
And you have them redirect to each
Yeah,
other? Ah,
exactly.
hell yeah.
Because it's
There you go.
Zixpy. I get it. So, anyways, thank y'all. Thank you, Logan.
Guys,
Appreciate
I'll
you,
make
brother.
sure I have the links to Zixby Tours in the description in the episode so that if you're interested in any things that Ray and I talked about and you want to support him, you can go and do so and book yourself an experience. Like he said, girls' day out, guys' day out, something for Mother's Day, something for Father's Day, or you just want to get out and enjoy the beautiful wineries and distilleries and breweries that we've got here in Georgia, book with Zixby Tours. The link is in the description. Thank you to 216 Co-working for having us. Thank you to
And
Good
thank you,
Days
Good
for
Days.
providing
Yeah.
our beverages
Thank you,
today.
thank you, thank you.